Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another segment of Let's Talk Galore. Well, I want to give my thoughts and opinion on a few recent topics that has passed in, I can say, the last week or so. But before I start, this is Black History Month, so anybody out there that's listening, I would like for y'all to take this challenge and let's not kill each other for the rest of this month. For anybody's out there keeping that challenge going, who's also trying to promote the same thing, big ups to you, but we have to at least stop the killing for this month. At least let's show that we have some kind of consciousness to what we're doing on it. A second challenge I'm going to initiate is the fact that can we find a friend of ours or a family member that's willing to brainstorm some ideas to start businesses so we can make money and put our names in other places outside of the news. I'm going to keep promoting this as much as I can, but we have to keep our names outside of the news for negative BS. For negative BS, we have to keep our names outside the news. We have to show that we too care about BLM, about Black Lives Matters. Because we seem to get upset about people who, oh, no, all lives matter. We seem to get upset about them, and it's like, should we really get upset? I mean, we're not caring enough to stick by our own thoughts and premises. We still decide to go out there and kill each other over the smallest bullshit. Over the smallest things, we tend to want to kill each other. So you have any beef out there, ignore that shit for February, at least for this month. I would like for it to be every month, but let's have a start and let's at least save one or two lives by getting this out there. At least getting this out there, let's save at least one or two lives by not killing each other senselessly. Like, I really want to know, can we do that? Can we literally tell ourselves that we can do that challenge? Because don't get me wrong, I'm not big on anybody killing anybody, but we have people out here who get so infuriated with the fact that we get taken out by other ethnic groups at times. And when it happens, everyone freaks out. Everyone really freaks out and wants to roar this animosity that they have towards everyone else, not realizing, well, if we don't give a damn about killing each other, why would they? Why would they give a damn? Why would they really give a damn about killing each other? Excuse me, killing us if we don't give a damn about killing each other. Well, let's be serious. I mean, BLM came out for, I think, maybe what, twice? Or maybe took that one incident that happened in Minnesota, RIP George Floyd. It took for that to happen, for everybody wanting to wake up, quote unquote, and try to end this slide of us being killed by other ethnic groups, and we're not even taking that serious within ourselves and within our own community about killing our own. Let's talk. Let's talk Detroit. Let's talk Chicago. Let's talk St. Louis. Let's talk Memphis. Let's talk New York. Let's talk California. I mean, there's plenty of places everywhere that's we're senselessly killing each other. But I don't see no BLM. I don't see no BLM marches going on. I don't see nobody chanting. I don't see nobody yelling. I don't see nobody as furious anymore. Why? It's because we're so boxed in and that we're so used to killing off each other that we brush it off. I want to give a quick shout out to Pastor Corey Brooks as well in Chicago. who's trying to make a difference out there, who's trying to make the change. The fact that we have kids out there that are being killed left and right, innocent bystanders being killed left and right because we can't seem to put the guns down. Like I remember the days where a lot of teenagers didn't even know what the fuck a gun was. Like they knew what it was, but they didn't know how to use it, how to cock it, how to reload the chamber. None of that. They didn't know how to do it. You know why they didn't know how to do it? Because we were so busy on the fucking monkey bars outside, playing tag, playing basketball in the street, block parties. We were too busy doing that. So I wonder how can we get out of our own way? Like when can we get back to that? When can we get back to yo calling on the phone, calling on the house phone like that? And even say the cell phone. Let's call them from the house phone. And, yo, y'all coming over Saturday? Let's play some cards. Bring the kids over. I'll cook the chicken. You know, shit like that. To understand Black history, it is what it is. We're gonna get 1 month, so let's at least make the best of this month that they're quote unquote giving us, even though we should treat every day as if it's Black history. Or should pro Black month, pro Black year, whatever it is, we need to treat it as that. Because I really don't like the term Black history because I feel like they're trying to put our history in history. Like they're trying to say whatever we did, I feel like was history. It was back then. It's time for a new era. So that's another reason why I don't like the term Black history. But since it's already a known term, that's the only reason why I'm using it. I prefer pro Black February. You know what I'm saying? Pro Black January. Something pro Black whatever. I just don't like the Black history term because I can take it as yeah, well, you're trying to put us and make us history. If you get what I mean. But I want to give some people their flowers that I know because we have people now who are on the big stages who are not getting their flowers for transcending, for being a transcending human and what's going on. Don't get me wrong, we have a lot of local people that's doing the same exact thing within our communities, but I want to speak on the people that everyone really knows. So I want to give the first one out to Nipsey Hussle, RIP. The guy who took his money and put it into his own community so that he can buy back the block literally. So he can literally buy back his neighborhood. So he can show people the exact way that you can do it. There's always a way. It's great to take your money and put it into your own people because nobody else is going to do it. And he's one of the people who have done it and who died doing it. So I would like to give him his flowers. He is a part of Black history, at least to my knowledge. Dr. Sebai as well, part of Black history as well. Every mainstream artist who has passed, who has done good for within the community or tried to put a positive message out there, they should go down in Black history as well. Not just the main people. We always talk about Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. We talk about the same people a lot, but let's talk about other people as well. Because there's a lot of first in this world that's still going on to this day. Let's talk about Serena Williams, Venus. Let's talk about them and what they have accomplished in their lives and in tennis to be two African American women. Let's give them their flowers as well. Let's give LeBron James his flowers now of how he speaks up for injustice, how the fact that he doesn't go with the grain all the time, at least most of the time. The fact that he's doing something in the league now that not too many people has ever done. Let's give that man his flowers now. Let's give LeVar Ball. Anybody who do watch sports know who he is. Let's give him his flowers too as well. That he promote all of his kids into the NBA. As a father, as a black father, he got all of his kids into the NBA by his own promotions. He promoted his own kids and got them all where they needed to be. Has his own business, making their own money, things of that nature. These are people who need their flowers now because we don't want to wait until they're gone and want to give them their flowers and recognize what they have done. I want to speak on someone else also who's been making headways the last year and that people are not realizing certain things. Kwame Brown. People don't realize what it means to be the first black NBA draft pick. Like people keep thinking about the numbers, but let's talk about the accomplishment, especially coming from a place where a lot of us don't make it. It's what that barrier that was breaking in to be the first one out of high school. Like we give LeBron James his flowers for being the number one pick, yeah, but that was a couple years after we already had one. Let's give him his flowers now. That these are people who had accomplishments that we tend to sweep under the rug. I'm probably missing some more people, but trust me, you will be noticed. That's my thoughts on that. I don't, I feel like we have to stop doing that. We have to start waiting to people pass away, get killed, to want to talk about the good that they have done instead of doing that now. There's plenty of pastors, there's plenty of officials, state officials, city officials that are trying to do the right thing for their communities and build better. We have to give these people their flowers now. You ever had somebody that passed away suddenly and you never got a chance to tell them you love them? Like, excuse me, have you ever had somebody you wish you could have said you loved one last time? Somebody that was so good to you that you never got a chance to let them know because they passed away so suddenly? Yes, this is the same exact thing. The same exact thing. So let's give people their flowers now while they are alive. Let's give it to them while they're alive. I want to speak on as well. We need to let our egos go as people. We need to let our egos go as people. We need to stop trying to be better than one another and help each other elevate. Because if we can get more of us in positions to build generational wealth for one another, or to put our people in a better position where we can keep the money within our own community and not have to continue to be consumers and start putting in, start saving. I'm not saying saving up. That's not saying. What's the word I want to use here? Invest. Excuse me. There you go. If we can start being more of investors and consumers, then we can also stop being exploited by other ethnic groups, and we can actually keep our own money within ourselves. When you got a job, or when you're running a business, you ever notice that if you want to hire people close to you, you want to hire people within your family, you want to hire people where the money stays within your circle. The money stays within your circle. The money stays within your community. Things of that nature. We want to continue to do that. I want to move on to some of the topics. Also, I wanted to talk about. I'm going to speak on. Well, I want to give a thank you and a congratulations to Hot 97's DJ Drewski, who quote will no longer play gang music So we are losing our brothers and sisters to the streets. And he's absolutely correct. The gang music that we're promoting now, because these same people who are running these gangs can run a damn business. You can run a whole organization illegally, but not can't put that same effort to run that same organization in a positive manner. You use that same shit to run the positive manner. I really feel like this is the opening. I hope this is the opening to the music scene changing. I really hope that this makes the music scene change. I hope more R&B come out now. I hope a lot more new age Ushers and Chris Browns are coming out. Some new Amarions, some new Marvin Gaye's, people of this nature, like some new version of these people are coming out. I really hope so. So this way we can stop letting the music influence us to want to kill one another for the dumbest shit. Someone big ups to him. Thank you for doing that. I hope more DJs follow this man's actions and no longer play gang music. Because now we will force the music industry to change their line of publicity. Now you have to change what you want to put out there, since you can no longer control the minds of the youth by using music. You will now have to change your prerogative. I'm gonna say it again. Thank you, DJ Drewski from Hot 97 for doing that. I hope the rest of y'all follow suit and continue to do the same thing so we can see improvement in our livelihoods of our men and women who are in the streets. Next thing I want to talk about that I recently saw, I want to talk about the Whoopi Goldberg comments. Now, if this is so-called America, we should be able to speak how the fuck we feel without nobody getting tight in the panties about what someone else said. We shouldn't. So I'm going to tell you firsthand myself, I have not one problem with what Whoopi said. Not a problem. I mean, it was an incorrect statement, I believe, but I have no problem with what she said because she's entitled to her opinion and how she feels about a topic. I mean, for how many years have people been making their own judgments and their own opinions when it comes to slavery? Or how the fact that, oh, we should get over it. It was years ago. We should let it go. It wasn't that bad. We had some rappers say it was by choice, which that can be another topic. But I'm just saying the fact that these are opinions that was made. When other people make opinions of slavery and African American culture and things of that nature, these people don't really get canceled. These people don't get suspended. These people get a slap on the wrist and keep going. But as soon as an African American speaks their mind on the topic, okay, boom, you're gone. Oh, boom, we need you to apologize. So I am pissed off that Whoopi apologized because she's too talented. She can get a job somewhere else. Shit, she can start her own damn show if she chooses to. See, when they make us apologize, it shows that, okay, well, we need these people. And in all reality, we don't need them. Then Whoopi Goldberg could leave the view and it still look the same. Like some people, like they won't lose listeners, especially over the fact of what just happened and how she was released, how she was suspended. You really think they're not going to lose listeners? So yeah, I'm getting upset with people who do that, who apologize after making your statement. You have the right to speak your mind. You have the right to say what you want. It don't have to be disrespectful, but you can still articulate it to a point where people understand what you mean. So I'm very upset that she apologized because I do disagree though about it not being a racial thing because the Jews were picked on because of their race, the New Age ones. At that, that's another topic. But the New Age ones they were picked on because there were black people there as well, and If I'm correct, Hitler had no problem with them. If I the books I've read, saying Hitler kind of mentioned how the African Americans were the superior people, but that's for another topic. I'm just getting the fact on how it was mostly about a racial thing, as well as a man's inhumanity towards another man, another group of people. So I have no problems with her stating her opinion. I mean, what the fuck? It's called The View, right? It's called The fucking View. What is your point of view? So if somebody states their point of view, how are they getting in trouble? Let's say it that way. How are they really getting in trouble for stating their view on a topic? I mean, how many arguments have we seen on The View where there were disagreements and Whoopi had every right to feel some type of way about it, and nobody did anything about that? I'm just saying we have to have this freedom of speech thing. Is it's we're losing it and we're allowing it to be lost. So for anybody out there who has statements they make and they're trying to make you apologize for it, or you can't do this no more, we're suspending you, quote unquote, then you leave. You do your own thing. You show that you don't need these people. I'm pretty sure Whoopi can go on her own show and get just as many listeners, get just as many people to view it. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Whoopi, you shouldn't have apologized for that. But I'll still stick behind you in your thoughts because you have a right to have your own opinion, agreed or disagreed with. Moving on. I want to talk about Nick Cannon's baby situation because he recently did just lose his 5 month old, I believe it was 5 month old child to, I believe, a brain situation. So I don't really feel like he should have came out the way he did with the announcement of this baby because of the grief that someone else can still be feeling. And it make it look somewhat that he's not really grieving over the situation he was already went through. I'm not saying he hasn't, but when you come out like that, it kind of looks like that from the outside in for a lot of people. But he did apologize on the situation, so big ups to him for doing that. Because, like I said, everybody we make mistakes, and a lot of people don't realize a mistake till after it's done. But yet, it's always good to be man or woman enough to apologize about it. But I want to talk about something else with that as well, because I see a lot of people getting upset at this man because he had 8 kids, where there's plenty of people out here having more than 8 kids who can't take care of not one of them, who can't afford to take care of not one of them. And this man can, but yet it's a problem. Then we have a problem now saying that, because he is not having a kid with any African American women, he don't like them, I guess, which is BS. I mean, everybody have their own preference. Don't mean you don't like somebody. I mean, there's Caucasian people who don't date Caucasian people. Do they mean they hate their own people? No, they're just not their type. So we have to get rid of that color line shit when it comes to who y'all should be dating. I mean, people love who they love. They like who they like. They want to be with who they want to be with. I mean, we gotta grow the fuck up when it comes to shit like that. We literally have to grow up when it comes to certain topics like that. I mean, there's plenty of African American women who's mostly saying that they have an issue with him not having kids with no African American woman. But yet, there's plenty of African American women out here who don't date their own, who don't want to have kids by their own, who rather be with a Caucasian man. But nobody sees the problem in that. Nobody's calling out these people. It's always when a man wants to go outside of his race is a problem. And we have to stop that. We have to stop the double standard when it comes to this. Everyone should be able to date who they want to date. That's just it. That's just it. Everyone should be able to date who they want to date. And it should not be a problem. So, Nick Cannon, continue to do what you're doing. Continue to have babies with whoever you want to have babies with. Continue to have as many kids as you want. As many kids as you're able to take care of, you keep doing it. Shit, if he can build generational wealth for all of his kids at that, when they get older, they have nothing to worry about, and they can do the same for their kids. And he can build a whole Cannon legacy. A whole group of cannons out here running the business world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let the man do what he got to do. I mean, why are people worried about who the one person has the next baby with? Like, why are y'all worried about that? Like, we have more bigger fish to fry in this world, and y'all worried about how many kids a man has or who he has the kids by. Like, there's bigger fish to fry in this world and what's going on that people are not knowing behind the scenes because we're so worried about what other people are doing. You got to stop that as people. You got to stop that. Everybody. I don't mean just African Americans. I mean everybody needs to stop that. But especially for our people, we have a little more to be worrying about than how many kids and who Nick Cannon's having kids with. There's more serious shit going on in the world. Moving on. I want to talk about this Tisha Campbell thing that just recently happened. I did a video on it, a reaction video on YouTube. Y'all go look at that. Check that out. Talk Galore Radio slash, excuse me, Talk Galore podcast slash radio slash reaction TV. And I gave my thoughts on that, but I'll give my thoughts on here as well. I feel like Tisha Campbell is tried to use this in the way Jussie Smollett tried to use his and try to elevate himself into, try to elevate their career by trying to use something traumatic that could have changed someone else's life if that would have happened to them. And they tried to use it as an advantage to try to gain notoriety. Because a lot of times when you're fading in the acting world and you're not really as big as you used to be, you tend to want to do drastic things to try to put your name back in the tabloids. And I believe this is one of those situations. Don't get me wrong. Sex trafficking, it's real. It's out there. A lot of African American people are being the ones that are being sex trafficked. And there's not really many police out there looking for the situation or trying to solve it as much. So a lot of our cases go unsolved. And then you have situations where people escape. I don't want to say the people's names, but when they escape and they kill the people who have used them for sex trafficking, they're getting in trouble for it. So the fact that Tisha Campbell, for one, never went to the police about it, even if they didn't do anything about it, the fact that she should have went there would have made it an exact accusation, would have made it correct. Not correct, excuse me. It would have made it to the point where she we would have took her a little more serious. But the Brownsville Police Department said she never went to them at all. The hotel she was staying at, there was no camera footage there of nobody, not even her being at that hotel. So we don't even know if she was really making a movie wherever she was at. Probably was in her house at the time. And I feel like she did this just to get herself back into the tabloids, trying to get herself back into the public eye. I just feel like she did it the wrong way. That's my opinion on it. I think that this is something that should be taken serious when it comes to sex trafficking and not used as a PR tactic. I mean, I don't know if she should get the same. She went straight to social media with it. She went straight to social media with it. And that's where I feel like raised everybody's eyebrows, the fact that you went straight to social media and never went to police about it. Then the story kind of didn't make sense because you're sitting there, you're having a conversation with somebody you think might be trying to sex traffic you. First time you feel that way, you get the fuck up out of there. I mean, we have women's intuition all the damn time, right? Every female try to use that. Well, your intuition told you to walk the fuck away in the beginning, not have them get out, coming up near you, nudge you a little bit, telling you to get in, all this other shit. The conversation shouldn't have been that long. And if you was just shooting a movie, why are you the only one out there? Why nobody else out there? Nobody else that was shooting that movie with you was out there to see that. So you having to walk into the woods and call for a cab. I mean, it doesn't really make sense to me. I know it's true that it's out there. I don't feel like it happened to her. If it did, it was a good warning for her to give y'all. If it did, because I can't say 100% didn't, I just don't believe in my opinion that it happened. I just believe in my opinion that it happened. So hopefully she doesn't really get too much backlash for this for a long time, and sometimes it can get swept under the rug. So nobody's really taking it to the point where Justice Smollett case went to court and everything like that, and he ended up getting in trouble for his BS. So I hope this don't end up that way for her. Hopefully her career is not ruined because she did this shit. And I enjoy watching all my wife and kids, Martin, and things of that nature. So she is a good actor. So I hope everything goes right for her. I want to move on. I want to talk about the Chris Brown, Chris Breezy. I want to talk about his allegations. It was said from, excuse me, it was said from Jane Doe that he forced himself on her, and I don't want to say the R word. I mean, I don't want to say the R word, but pretty sure we all get the picture of the R word is. Now, I have an issue with these allegations because I feel like these allegations have to be false. And he's not the first person that went through this. 'Cause I believe P. Diddy and Trey Songz the same exact thing. They're being accused, but yet the young women who are trying to accuse them are not trying to put them in jail. They're suing. If you really felt like you were ARD, would you not want these people in jail? Would you not go to the hospital with the semen in you to say, okay, I was a standard third by this person? No, y'all go straight for the lawsuit to try to get money from them, which to me tells me that the allegations was false. You are a willing participant. You want to claim this talk so you can get money out of them to do your own thing. I feel like it's a money thing. And the fact that a lot of these women they need to be in trouble for this shit. Because like I said, if it really happened, you would try to see this man behind jail. When that Chris Brown and Rihanna thing happened, what Rihanna did, she was not playing them games. She probably told Chris Brown he couldn't. That Marion probably danced better than him. Chris Brown took that personal. I'm not saying it was good what he did, but that's just my way the story went. Jokingly. But she put him. The point is, she put him in jail. He got locked up. He went to court, things of that nature, for charges. Rihanna didn't go for money. She didn't go and say, "Listen, I want 20 mil from him. I'm just suing him. Even though he did this to my face, I'm just going to sue him." No, it didn't happen that way. So we have people like this who go straight for lawsuits because it's so. Excuse me, that it was about the money. You had a plan to try to get some money out of this person. I hope the defense attorney knows this and peeps the same exact thing. How come these people never go to the police for nothing? They just go straight to some TMZ or whatever the fuck else they want to go after someone they want to. They're suing them. We're giving out lawsuits for 20 million. I hope they lose their kids because I feel like we're treating women. Let's just say she was drugged, but she still was a participant in the situation. I feel like we're treating women like kids, that they're not adult enough to make their own decision and say, "Listen, I'm here for a job. I'm here for an interview. I'm here to audition or whatever it is." So if a man offer you a damn drink, you don't have to drink the shit. No, I don't drink it. No, I don't want it. I'm not here for that. I'm here to do this and that third. What if it's a test? Like, yo, okay, I want to see if she's gonna drink on the job. Things of that nature. If somebody give you something, you're just gonna take it. That's some shit kids do. You have to teach kids not to do that. But yet, we out here openly do it. I mean, let's speak on Cardi B. Her music is okay to me, but the fact that she promoted the fact that she, in some of her songs and her music, so it's not like I'm making this up, she promoted how she used to drug men and rob them. She used to drug men and rob them. But I don't think her lyrics are being used against her for previous things. I feel like we can just go off of word of mouth, right? How many men out here drugging men? You don't really hear that too much. But when you do, that's more the same thing. We're robbing them. There's videos now. I just as well on my YouTube channel that I posted as a reaction to that. We have a group of girls who drugged some men so they can have sex with these guys. Let's talk about it. We have women out here who's drugging men as well and getting away with it. So I feel like women should be held to the same standard when it comes to falsely accusing people of doing the same shit. Because if you're a willing participant in it and you said that this man did this to you and you did not go to the police at all, as in the same Tisha Campbell situation, did not go to the police at all, but yet you want to put in for a lawsuit. I would, if I was a judge, I would reward you with no money. And the fact that it was false, I'll put you behind bars for at least a month. Just so you learn your lesson and stop trying to false accusations of men for what it is. For rape kids of that nature. So we can all see what's what, right? We can all see what's what, right? That's my thoughts on that topic. Let's move on. I want to talk about ASAP and Rihanna's pregnancy. Now, I'm glad they're having a baby together. They look happy. They like they love each other. I'm not sure if they're gonna get married soon or not, but that's their decision to make. The fact that people are looking at Rihanna and saying why she's with ASAP because he said openly he had a drug addiction, he has a sex addiction, things of that nature. And people are looking at him like, why is she with him? She has more money than him and things of that nature. Or he is a millionaire, she's a billion. She has billions. Okay, but let's look at the people who are saying this, and let's be real, it's my people who saying shit like this. Let's look at your lives. Let's look at a lot of lives of African American women who make more money than their man. Who man don't really do nothing. Their man sells drugs. The man does smoke weed every damn day. Don't want to do nothing else, and you still stay with him. You still have kids with these people. They claim how they ain't shit. Still have more kids with these people. So who is anybody to judge them? Obviously, it's something she loved about him and how he treats her is why she had a baby with him, right? It's why she willing to stay with him, right? Would be the same reason how that man probably treated you and why you stayed with him. So let's not make judgments. You don't have to be on the same level money wise to be happy. The point is they both have their own money. And I guarantee there's gonna be one talent. There's gonna be one talented kid. So one talented kid. So I have to say about that. I feel like yeah, so let people be happy. Nobody needs to be judging because you don't know what goes on within the relationship itself. That's my topics for the day. Let me know your opinions. You can, and I say you can email me, hit me on Facebook, hit me on Instagram as well. I'll be back again with another live for some more topics to talk about. Feel free to call in and discuss your opinions as well with me. I'm always here for open dialogue. That was an episode of Let's Talk Galore. I'll see y'all again soon. I'm going.